Listen up. Tonight we're diving into an incredible story about a talent scout finding a cake-covered guy who claims he'll make him a star. Ella wasn't exactly jumping for joy, but her cake-covered face said it all. Nick whipped up this unique treat to celebrate Ella's promotion to lead singer. To become the next superstar, Ella had to bid farewell to her band and embark on a crazy training montage. His hard work paid off, and after his debut single launched, Ella became a walking billboard in town. With his face plastered everywhere, applause, and honors just kept rolling in. Ella's debut album snagged 3 Grammy nominations, superstar status inbound. But while Ella soared, Nick felt himself plummeting. His hearing was getting worse, and he might have to bid farewell to music. Realizing Ella was snagging honors he never had, Nick began feeling washed away by the tides of time. Nick loved Ella, but their achievements put a lot of pressure on him. So he turned to booze, getting totally smashed. One morning, Nick sprawled on the street, saw sunlight, and wondered what failure felt like. Thankfully, Ella was there, encouraging him just like he used to encourage her, showering him with hope and love. This lifted Nick's spirits, and he unexpectedly fashioned a ring from guitar strings and proposed to Ella. Although Ella was taken aback, they both recognized that they had become indispensable to each other through their mutual support, so they happily tied the knot. But like every couple on the market, they faced the challenge of growing apart. At Ella's album debut, Nick realized the woman he loved was no longer the same. Her music was no longer touching. It felt like a product packaged by the record label, all gloss and no substance. Ella's lyrics once were empowering sunshine, now cast shadows, negative and confrontational. An argument erupted between Nick and Ella over topics that were pure. What did you say? Gross. You're the gross one, don't you see it? I just want to remind you, you are the disgusting one. You and your commitments may work for everyone else, but not for me. I just want to give you love. You're my boyfriend. Do you really have that kind of clout? Oh yeah. I have a boyfriend. From being mutually admiring to now being intolerant, they were like meticulously tended houseplants trying to shape each other into perfection. The next day, Nick raced to find Ella, and guess what? She forgave him without hesitation. The Grammy Awards were on schedule, and Nick got invited, but was told they'd switched to a different lead singer. Nick silently wore a hat, hid in shadows, accompanying the young lead singer, feeling music's abandonment. Then, in a breakdown, he crashed Ella's award show, shaking his head, flaunting his lost smile. Instead of getting mad, Ella tried to ease the tension, yet Nick became the butt of the jokes that night. After the event, Ella cared for Nick meticulously, and he finally sobered up, choosing to ditch the booze. Ella didn't blame him. Her simple words pierced deeply into his heart. This made Nick realize that Ella's love for him was as warming as the sun. She even helped him reconcile with his brother, bringing them closer together as 2 loving souls. Seizing the opportunity, Ella suggested to her manager Renault to invite Nick to join her tour. It was a classic remake. To her surprise, Renault flatly refused, saying, "He's already wrecked the Grammys. I don't want any more mishaps." Left with no choice, Ella threatened Renault to cancel the tour, resulting in him turning to Nick and spilling all the beans. Although at that moment, we were all trying to figure out the truth, I really didn't want to be around you. After hearing Renault, Nick began to reflect. Maybe his attitude left a mark on Ella's heart. Lying in bed, he wondered when he could move on. Meanwhile, Ella told him she cancelled the European tour. Seeing Ella make such a huge sacrifice for him, tears welled up in his eyes uncontrollably. She told Nick that the company planned to re-record the entire album and wanted him to duet with her tonight. Nick agreed to Ella on the surface, but made a difficult decision internally. As she headed for rehearsal, he suddenly shouted her name like a cotton. Hey, I truly didn't expect you to go down this path." When he first uttered those words, his eyes were full of tenderness and longing. Now, they held only nostalgia and guilt. That night, Nick skipped the concert, returning to a warehouse with a belt in hand. He left to avoid being a burden to Ella. After all, music was the brilliance of his life. His past glory wouldn't let him fade away, leading him to choose to end it all, welcoming the darkness. Returning home late, Ella learned Nick had an accident. An overwhelming sense of shock enveloped her heart. There was no trace of Nick at home. The pain of longing tormented her like a relentless gulf, piercing her heart. Nick's last words said that once Ella found herself, she would rediscover the love songs she wrote. So, during her very first European tour performance, Ella passionately sang that song, "I will never love again." I would have said what I wanted to, maybe even cried for you. If I had known, it would have been the last time. I would have broken my heart in two, trying hard to save a part of you. Don't want to feel another touch. Don't want to start another fire.